Yeah.
And so I'm sure it's been a tough week for them, but they're gonna make it through. And all the best for a productive and successful school year 2026-2027.
And if you bought 53, that played in the Bolido.
53, 35 back way.
53.
Congrats to you if you won. An interesting lineup ahead of us here for this morning. We're going to talk a little bit about motherhood and breastfeeding, why breastfeeding is beneficial, breastfeeding for babies.
I was breastfed till I think
Most of us were, I hope.
No, but I mean late.
Okay,
I was
okay.
walking.
Okay,
My
talking.
mother
You could
said,
have asked for it.
Oh, mom. You know.
They said you can ask for it. It's time to close shop.
As I grew up, I never lost the attraction.
I see. Nobody had to convince you. No campaigns necessary.
No, none at all.
There's also going to be a concert. This happens, I think almost annually.
Yeah.
The Frankie Renaud.
Yeah. Frankie, we know him as. His friends call him Frankie.
Frankie, yes. Court is going to come in. They're going to tell us what some of the latest deals over there are. And let's not forget as well.
Business has to continue.
Business has to continue. The introduction of trade licenses into villages. It's a topic. We're going to talk about it this morning. And then a lobster fest. Belize City, they get their own lobster fest.
That's what I hear.
Yes. So if you are
and
a lobster
claim
lover,
be the best one.
Of course, it's going to be the best.
I don't think that the braggadocious.
We'll see. Let's experience the first ever lobster fest in Belize City, and then we'll tell you.
You know, hear about lobster fest. You hear the other and say this DJ, this one,
correct.
and it's gonna be great. But nobody thanked the poor lobsters.
Nobody thanks the lobsters. They enjoy the lobsters, though.
They enjoy the lobsters.
They
I mean,
do.
if the lobsters decided we go up on strike, we're not gonna no lobster.
They have to go.
So we have to big up the
they would
lobsters.
have to do more than strike. They would have to go hide. But yes, it's happening, and we're going to talk about it. It's a family-style lobster fest. So all that coming up when we come back from this break.
People, not businesses, power the economy. They deserve to be acknowledged, appreciated, and compensated for their efforts.
to go back to work. But then there are other ways that they can still breastfeed.
Okay, and we can get into some of those ways in just a bit. The importance of breastfeeding, why is it so important to the point where we, in some hospitals, formula is not even, can't even come through the door with formula, right? It's a strict no-no. Breastfeeding is promoted at all costs. And why is it so important?
Well, it contributes to having healthier babies, healthier population, smarter babies. So studies show that the IQ of children is even higher when children are breastfed.
Interesting. So scientists haven't been able to formulate some formula with the same exact components?
No.
Okay.
No, they haven't. They've tried. And so when you look at the components of the artificial formulas, they have some of it, but some of the components in the breast milk still cannot be identified for them to mimic.
Okay.
Let me get in and just give some light to why it's important for us to celebrate. And every year, like Ernesto mentioned, we advocate in August. We do it throughout the year, but August we really scale up. So August is World Breastfeeding Month that we celebrate here in Belize. And this is a time where we strengthen advocacy and promotion, not only for the benefits of breastfeeding, but like Nurse mentioned, there is challenges that exist for women to continue breastfeeding. And most of those challenges stem from workplace support. So in 2024, the Ministry of Health and Wellness, along with our partners, launched our national breastfeeding policy. So we have a breastfeeding policy for the country, and it has many interventions, strategies, activities outlined in those policies that will encourage women to continue breastfeeding. So even though we use this month to advocate, there are activities that we do throughout the year, and a lot of it stems from encouraging and trying to remove stigmas, barriers that prevent women from breastfeeding. And I think that drives us to one of the other reasons why we're here and why we're having our national training today, later on this morning in Belize City.
And how do you train?
Well, today there are many different types of training that happen. So this breastfeeding is not just about the encouragement. It's about getting workplace facilities. It's about empowering women, also advocating with employers. I'm sure you guys have many women working here, for example, at Love FM. And if they get pregnant,
We see them around the place. Yeah.
Is there measures that you guys have taken as an establishment to support women when they're pregnant or breastfeeding in particular? So things like that, that forms a part of training, a part of sensitization, education, and then also the woman, because many times the woman might not know the benefits of breastfeeding, and maybe she experiences challenges, and Nurse could probably go in detail with more with that. If a woman is experiencing challenges, she probably will not breastfeed, or she won't continue breastfeeding. So there are different types of trainings that occur for different targeted audiences. So you have employer type sensitization, trainings for women to reduce the challenges that they may face, trainings for employers, trainings for the staff in these facilities as well. We have the 10 steps, the Baby Friendly Hospital Initiative, where we certify a facility as baby friendly. That's a whole set of training that the staff gets as well. So there's a lot involved with this entire breastfeeding process. It's not just, just the mother then.
From what I read, that women make babies, and what their bodies go through is incredible. You actually form another human being. When the baby is born and you're feeding it, obviously the mother she just to produce milk out of the air. How does that work?
Milk production.
Does it drain? She needs nutrition. I was watching a show last night, the kitten needs to be fed, and the mother is thin, and so they remove them from the mother so she can come back. That happens in humans too, right?
Yes.
Can a woman not be aware of this and not nourish herself so she can nourish her child?
So usually when the mother comes into the clinic for the prenatal care, we educate on nutrition. We teach them what they're supposed to be eating that will benefit the growth of baby as well as what will help with breast milk production. All right, so we teach them that. We support them the minute the baby is born. We give them the support that they need to start with to initiate breastfeeding and latching on.
When it comes to encouraging working moms to breastfeed, they have a lot of valid concerns, I think, that are reasons that they might prefer not to breastfeed, right? One of them I can think about is sleep deprivation. So we know that breast milk digests faster. The baby needs more feeding or more frequent feedings when they're breastfed. It makes it a little bit more difficult for them to separate during the day if that child needs to be sent to a sitter or something like that, right? How do you help women, or how do you advise them to get over challenges like those? Let's say the sleep deprivation issue, right? Maybe you could wake up, instead of having to wake up 3 times in the night, if they were bottle fed, because these are some of the things that women are actually struggling with. How do you address things like that?
So we do encourage them to have a family support, somebody within the family, a close friend, who would assist them immediately after the delivery, because yes, breastfeeding is every 2 hours initially, and so it takes a lot out of the mother, yes. But no, we will not encourage bottle feeding. So we explain to them the importance of the breastfeeding, and like I said, we encourage them to have family support so that they can get rest. So while the baby is sleeping, the mother needs to be sleeping as well, so that when that 2 hours is up and the mother awakes, then she can feed again.
When breastfeeding is not possible, what do you recommend? Not possible being maybe the mother is not producing, she has inverted nipples, or as I understand it, women who are HIV positive are not encouraged to breastfeed.
Then in that event, the mother uses formula.
Okay. Is there a formula that you advocate for? I mean, not to necessarily promote any specific brands.
We don't want to be promoting any brands. Yes, but the doctor would recommend formula for a baby who is born from an HIV positive mother.
Okay.
How about premature babies? How important is it for premature babies to
The
be
breast
breastfed?
milk is more so important for
Premature?
premature babies.
Right.
Yes, it helps them to grow faster. It helps them to recover developmentally. The breast milk helps them. Yes.
I'm sure you've seen these recent studies. In fact, coincidentally, just 2 days ago, I was reading this paper that they're discovering that breast milk, the human milk, changes according to the sex of the child. Have you seen that?
This is
They
a new
say-
research.
I haven't read that one.
It says
No, I
that, well, they know it happens in animals, and now they're discovering that a female child, the mother produces the milk a little differently from a male child.
Okay.
And they're also saying that because of the baby's saliva that goes back into the breast, you mentioned that before, I hear you saying that the milk adjusts, or the child may be sick or something, and the milk adjusts to help the child.
Well,
Have you heard that?
I'm not sure about that specific research. I haven't read it, to be honest. But I mean, we know the tremendous benefits that the breast milk has in
Yeah.
terms of illness, and also it's been linked to prevention of NCDs, prevention of obesity. There are so many benefits for it.
Right.
But just to touch a little bit more on that, I want to also mention that we have been having increases, and we've been having some great achievements for breastfeeding, and it's a good time to highlight that. We have the multiple indicator cluster survey, the mix, that's done with UNICEF and the Social Investment Board. And last year, the results show that we have actually been increasing, because the advice is to do exclusive breastfeeding at least for 6 months.
Yeah.
And our previous exclusive breastfeeding rate for the country was at 33.2. and the latest mix show we had 42.7.
That's good.
So that's an improvement,
Yes. Yeah.
and it shows that women are hearing our cries, are hearing our advocacy, the work that's being done in the field with the nurses, the clinics, our partners. It has been having some positive effects. And there is still a lot more to do because, like I said, people might breastfeed, but they don't do the continuation.
How long should you? You said 6 months.
Up to 6 months. We want exclusive.
Exclusive.
I went for a year and a half. I understand.
I'm sure you had other foods with that. At
Yeah,
6 months.
yeah, but I get
It's
used
okay to go
yeah.
up to 2 years, but just at 6 months, you require other foods. And that's also another issue that we have when it comes to nutrition. What do you give the baby after 6 months? We do that education as well in the clinic because that's a big challenge too.
So for 6 months, you don't have to give anything else, just
Up to
the
6
breast
Up
milk.
to 6 months.
Wouldn't it be
Just
so
breast
much
milk.
more practical and easier? I think that the best way to solve all of this is to allow maternity leave up to 6 months. Shouldn't that be what we're advocating for? It might sound wild right now to somebody who's listening, but
I think some of the
No, some of the
other
countries are
do
doing it. So you're right with that. I know we're not there yet for Belize. We provide 14 weeks, but the recommendation in some of the countries and from the World Health Organization is to have 6 months so that woman is in a position where she can breastfeed easier.
I think anything other than that is like you're
But
really
Kiara,
expecting
I
the
know-
woman to be superwoman, right? Like fulfilling all of her other roles while also breastfeeding, which is not just about the feeding time.
Yeah.
It's the wake up time, it's
Yes.
the nourishing her body. So there's
It's
a lot that
very
goes into it.
challenging.
But you can't go to no Marshall Montano concert and anything when you're dependent.
This is the problem. On like judge the mothers, right?
Nothing wrong with a little dancing here
All
and
right.
there, right?
Helps the milk, right?
So one of our other reasons for being here is also what we're having today. So today we're very pleased and we're proud to have our first cohort from the Ministry of Health and Wellness that is going to be officially certified as what we call CLCs, Certified Lactation Counselors. So those are persons who have gone through a rigorous training. It's an online training that's certified by the Academy of Lactation Practice in the US, and it's an online course that was given to them. And now they have actually gained their license to be called a certified lactation counselor. The nurses have done training in this and they have been helping mothers, but having this specialized training, and we have 6 graduates that will be awarded today. And then also we will do a short training session with our partners and stakeholders today at the Biltmore. So that's one of our main activities for
that's today.
today that we are having. Actually, one of our highlights for this month in August.
Are these mainly women or men? And men?
They're mainly women, but I said next time, because we have male nurses, right?
Yes.
I said next time, because it's something that we encourage them to do. They had a choice if they would like to volunteer to take this course. But we definitely want to have a few male nurses in the next cohort, because I think they're in the field working. I know it's an extra intensive course that they have to undertake, but it would be good to have some male counselors along. So we're going to
Aren't there
work on
some
that.
things that we don't understand though about women?
Men?
I mean, breastfeeding is, I see it as a physical activity, but it's more than that. A woman, I could never, I can't imagine what doing it. I know I have nipples, but really, I think some things are exclusive.
So some women also experience having the nipples busted, and that is a challenge for some, because when that happens, then they don't want to breastfeed anymore because it's so
So I would
painful.
understand if she comes to me for counseling. I may
Yeah.
read what's in the text, like I read the paper about breast milk and how it changes, but that's as far as I can go.
That's all right, I think.
When you're trained
pat
and
your
you're a
back
nurse.
and hug you and say I'm here for you.
Yeah, I mean,
mean-
it's sometimes that's the best we can offer. Not everybody has to go through everything in order to be able to advise or empathize,
Yeah,
right?
I got your back. That kind of thing. I mean, like say birth. Are Belizean men getting more involved in being in the room, or we don't allow that yet? How does that work?
They are, right?
They are allowed, but
But
it's
do
just
they-
a few that's willing
Very
to do
few,
so.
right?
Yes.
There's a reason for that?
can't handle the trauma.
I'll mention right now a key point that we encourage when we're doing these breastfeeding sessions, courses, we're in the field, because we have a lot of activities at the clinic level and in the field, the community level, to promote and advocate for breastfeeding. Fathers are welcome.
Yeah.
One of the themes we had a few years back was breastfeeding is a shared responsibility, meaning that, let's say your partner is breastfeeding. There are things you as a man can help in that
Yes,
family
I
to
agree,
do.
you
So
know,
that's where the
yeah,
responsibility
I
comes in. And
take care of the child,
Tamar
otherwise,
mentioned
things
about
like
even
that,
the
I
sleep
agree.
deprivation. So
Yeah.
helping out, maybe caring for the child, helping to
Right.
do chores around the house, helping to make that
Yes.
mother's experience a little bit more helpful, whatever that can be, that shared responsibility becomes something for all of us to take on.
And that I agree with. Like
Yeah.
you said, you expect you to do all your chores besides that.
Yes.
No, so you as a partner take care of those chores.
And the workplace
she
as
can
well. We
consider
want to
You
highlight that too,
You
the
mentioned it,
workplace.
correct. I was just about to get there because you mentioned the statistics of more women opting to breastfeed exclusively. But how because the advocacy extends into the workplace and having them create different allowances for women or spaces or time off. What all does it entail, and how have some of the workplaces been responding?
It's been increasing. I must say that we've started to trickle into the private sector. I know Transparent BPO is one. The call centers as well, they are looking. Some of them, I know 2 of them already have had breastfeeding rooms / wellness rooms and centers where people can bring their babies as well. So they have joined in the advocacy, and there are some private sector organizations that have breastfeeding rooms. So it doesn't have to be a designated room, but it has to be a space where the woman can pump her breast, or a woman can, if the child comes to the facility, she can breastfeed that child. And it extends in government places, also within communities. I've seen also outside of Belize, in the airports, I've seen breastfeeding stations. I don't know if anybody have seen
Yes,
that.
yes, it is.
They're little cubicles. So
Yeah.
it is becoming now a conversation and a need.
I toilet and I go walk around.
Right, it's becoming a need that people are understanding now more and more, and that's where we call the support. So even for an employer, sensitizing an employer, for example, back then I think most employers didn't understand how they can be supportive. So if it's the extended lunch hour, that's a measure of support. If it's making sure the woman has a private area where she can pump her breasts when they become too engorged or too full, that's a support. If they can also allow that woman to maybe as well leave early, bring the child to work, if that baby is close to the workplace, that kind of thing. So there are ways, and also being understanding in when prenatal time comes as well, the preparation that leads to pregnancy. All of those are forms of support that
Right.
a workplace or an employer can do.
Now, finally, from me, women do take a lot of flack for so many different things. Some mothers are meant to feel less if they opt to get a C-section, if they opt not to breastfeed. And I think that really contributes to a lot of mom guilt. So for the women who cannot breastfeed, or it's just too difficult for them, what do you say to them to help them assuage some of those feelings of guilt, or that of on a domain?
Well, as a nurse, because she might experience
You know, because some women would feel really badly not being able to perform the duty of breastfeeding. And then they get flack from probably their moms, their in-laws, their family members, and then they call a clinic and nurse reel right back with them again. And it's when they're not able to do that, is there any support in terms of helping them overcome whatever feelings they might
Well,
experience?
yes, we give education, and at the end of the day, it's the choice for the mother. If by no means they cannot, then we have to give emotional support, and we support them with whatever their choice is.
Okay,
So-
Yeah,
good to know.
that should be illegal.
What?
You do that to a woman.
It
I mean, we
happens.
can't force
It
them,
happens.
but we
But
encourage
not criticize
them.
them for it.
Yeah.
Because everybody. But just bring me to a question. Can you have a surrogate breastfeeder?
Like a wet nurse?
Yeah.
That they used to have back in the day.
We have not delved into that as yet in Belize.
Some places have what you call like breast milk
Breast
banks.
milk banks,
Yeah.
yes.
So it has been done. We're not doing it in Belize as yet, right? We're not at that stage like Nurse mentioned.
Mother to
but-
child is preferred.
Yes, but there are places in the world that have breast milk banks. So if you are not able to provide, you can use somebody else's breast milk.
And that, I think, came up why this study started, because they realized, you know, the mother to child, the mother produces milk for that specific child.
Which is so
And it
interesting.
changes,
I need to
yes.
look into that some more.
Yes, I should look into that, yeah. Well, I mean, I hope we had enough women tuning just now.
I hope so. And it's not just women. I hope we had enough people tuned in who are a part of women and their support network, employers, people who can offer assistance and support. I think they need to hear the message even more.
You can get this done, you know. You mentioned BPOs. I suspect more than 50% of the employees of BPOs are women.
Yeah.
In fact, much higher than that.
So that's why
So
the need was
they
there.
can answer,
Yeah.
this is what we want. You have the power. Use it.
All right, tell us
We're
one more
getting
time. Tell
there.
us more about the sessions, the certification.
So our activity today will be held at the Biltmore. So we're going to have our cohort of certified lactation counselors being acknowledged, and a few of them will be conducting like a training session for the rest of us in terms of some concepts that they've learned and looking at ways they can support breastfeeding in the clinics, in the communities. And also we want to spread the word that the ministry has certified lactation counselors. So these are persons that are trained that can help the cause, the counseling, the support that women may need who are having challenges, because that's a big thing. If you're having challenge, you might be like, all right, forget it. I won't do this again. It's too hard. But if you have someone that you can call, someone that you know that can guide you and walk you through the process, it helps, in addition to our health personnel in clinics. So that's it from my end. I don't know if you want to contribute some closing words.
Well, I just want to encourage mothers and those who will become mothers soon, sorry, to think about breastfeeding, the benefits. If you want to get pregnant, you can always come into our clinics. Tell us that you're planning on getting pregnant so we can give you pre-preparation counseling, put you on vitamins, give you the adequate care that you need, and we educate on breastfeeding so that you're mentally prepared to breastfeed.
Thank you so
Robin
much.
Daly and Nurse Caroline, thank you for coming and educating us as always. You know, how
Message
important
received.
these things are to make. We talk
Thank
about
you.
Belize growing and todos ganamos. This is one of the ways we all win. Feeding our
Thank
kids
you for having
properly.
us.
You're welcome.
All right, so what we'll do, it is 3 minutes past 7, so we'll take a quick break. When we come back, we'll be talking about an upcoming concert. Stay with us.
Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. This is The Morning Show, and we are changing gears. Well, actually, let's do a little segue. We're talking about babies and
Yeah,
breast
we just
milk
talked
and so
about
on.
babies, mothers, breastfeeding, and this just in, there is going to be a Pamper Diaper Fest. Did you hear that?
Yeah, Pamper
A
Diaper.
diaper fest,
A diaper
right?
fest.
It's an event taking place in Belize City, Cheddar Mall Boulevard, 1728 Cheddar Mall Boulevard. It's taking place this Saturday, the 29th. So if you got a baby, if you are planning to have a baby or have one on the way, you definitely want to stop in. There's going to be huge discounts on Pampers,
Diapers, wipes.
diapers, and
I wonder if
wipes.
they do depends.
No, different fest for that.
Different fest.
Great deals, free treats. There's going to be free treats and more, right? It starts at 8 in the morning and it continues until
That's
1
Saturday.
in the afternoon.
This Saturday, right?
This Saturday.
From 8 to 1 at Price Premier Products.
That's right.
Get your diapers at huge discount.
Yes, and wipes as well.
Okay, that was segued with our previous guest.
For the previous segment,
Not,
yes, where we
yeah,
talked.
not this one, not this segment. We're talking about Francis Renner. Well, your friends call you Frankie, right?
Quite right.
All right,
Yeah.
okay. Francis, you're having another concert.
Indeed.
Again.
Yes.
You know you can't stop now, right?
Oh,
You know,
I think we've been doing over
commit to
7
this
years
now.
now. Yeah.
Yeah, you can't stop, right?
Yes, sir.
Darren, you can't stop now. They expect it. We
Yes,
expect
it's-
it.
it's
We
part of the
expect it.
September
yes,
celebration.
we expect
I think that's a good name for the next show. Can't Stop Now.
it. Can't stop now.
I
There
like
you
it.
go.
Thank
yeah.
you.
That's the name of a song as well.
Well, there we go.
Oh, that's the theme song. right
Sure.
there.
You work very well.
Welcoming Karen
The first
Vernon.
question here is who is Francis? But if I ask that, that's redundant. I mean, everybody know
Yes.
Francis Renner by now, right?
But
But
the
somebody might not
younger
know.
people don't.
Yeah.
They hear my music all the time. As you know, the theme of your Good Morning Believe was
Yes,
written
comes
by
from
me
your.
Every morning.
every single morning.
It's on your CD.
Yeah,
Well, it
yeah.
comes from your.
I just actually
celebration.
just found that out a few weeks ago.
Really?
Wow.
Yes, somebody told me that was composed
By
and
Mr.
put together by none other than Mr. Renner right here. And I'm like,
Nice
And you hate
arranged.
every day.
yes, yes.
So I'm with you all, always.
But still, tell us a little bit about the musical legacy that has gotten us to this point. Your musical legacy that has gotten us to this point.
In what sense do you mean? My own
So
profession?
some of your accolades, I know there's a lot to boast about.
Oh, yeah. Briefly. I mean, I went to the UK to study piano, classical music, and of course I didn't know why it was what would happen. I was thrown into all that when I was 16, turning 17. I had just written Mass and Blues when I was 16, and did all that here. And on my way, I did the graded exams for piano, and got a scholarship to study in UK.
Where did this passion for classic music come from?
I had always done it when I was studying here in Belize. Miss Frost was a solo, you won't know these names, but and Miss Laura Stain, who is the lady that I wrote Mass and Blues for when she died. And she tutored me, and I always loved playing. It's a mode of expression.
Did you grow up in a time and era where classical music was embraced and,
yes.
and played a lot in
More,
Belize?
not
Okay.
a lot. You're always at the end of the day when everyone is asleep. I remember that. But it was definitely more prevalent, and a lot of people enjoyed it. Even up to 12, 15 years ago, talking like that, maybe more, I used to come back and give classical concerts at the place, and it was packed.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't try that anymore. I don't think I would get the same sort of...
Maybe for
Or
a smaller
palettes,
audience.
the
Yeah.
palettes have changed a bit.
Yeah, I think, yeah. But I mean, so that's how I started, and I won many piano competitions during my time in UK. And always, however, was the thought of coming back to Belize to perform, and also in latterly to doing these shows. And then I studied in Russia, as you may know, in Moscow Conservatoire. And that was 3.5 years of fun, of one kind or another.
I've never heard anybody describe Russia as fun before. Good to know.
Well, it is now. But
Yes.
this is way back when, in the 90s in Russia.
Even, yes, just before, around 1980.
Yeah. Russia was still a little dull then, but
Yes, We were
Yeah, that's
bad
West End.
times then. But that's how my career has always been built on classical music. And the other thing which I do here is on the side, because I always was brought up with popular music. In my mother's house, there was always, you know, those funny things, what you call them, playing the records.
When you grow up with music, education of music, right?
Yeah.
Being educated in music,
Yeah.
and you're from a culture of people who play by ear, show up when they want, you know, tone and pitch. Who cares?
Yeah.
How do you work with artists who don't have the same discipline as you when it comes to music?
Well, that is true, and I get a little grumpy, and I have said a few things from time to time. But I am a very patient person. I do a lot of teaching. You have to do that. You can't live off proceeds of concerts, really, and I don't do many concerts now. So that's a discipline, and especially if you're teaching younger children, you can't really get angry about that. You have to be coaxing and.
Children are probably easier than the adults, I would think.
What's that?
The children might be easier than the adults to train and to discipline, because once you're already stuck in your bad ways.
Yes, and that's why at the very start with children, you start them with the correct things,
Yes.
and then they just grow from there. But here, no, you're quite right. It's a different way of thinking. But I have known it ever since I was here, living here, so I can deal with it.
Okay.
Because I think what Tamar will follow up to Tamar is that you have people with talent,
Yes.
people without talent.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, those that don't have no talent, they don't realize it.
But also, you have to be careful, because those that have no talent are the ones, perhaps
Try harder.
80% of them, and also you need them to pay you for your teaching. So,
You gotta
so
teach them
you're
what they
not
don't
gonna,
have.
you're not going to send them away.
Yeah, if they were born with the gift, they might not value what you bring so much.
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah.
Okay. So tell us about the last concert that you had in Belize. A little bit more about the genre. I remember you were here promoting it, of course.
Yes.
A lot of us enjoyed those performances.
Yes.
How did it turn out, in your opinion?
I thought it went very well, very, very well, especially the second night. It's always the second night is a little bit better, but it doesn't have to be like that. Yes, I always find myself going to the back of the auditorium with my book, with my Bible, which is all the songs inside. I don't know why I have it, but I can't do anything about it at that stage. But I sit at the back, or stand at the back, and I listen to everything. And I'm standing usually next to the guy who is controlling all the sounds and things, and prodding him if something is not quite right, and saying, turn that person down, or I have even said turn them off sometimes if the sounds were not to my liking.
Well, they've always been good.
Yep, always.
I think what you
The end product has always been
us
good.
out here see is
It's getting there.
you pick your talent. I mean, you pick the people who are good. I've been to your shows and I go, I never knew that person's songs were good.
Yeah.
You know, they do a good job
Yes.
covering a song or something. They really do, and that comes from you.
Yeah, well, yes, I suppose so. But I mean, it's all there. It's just that I put it into practice.
Ms. Karen, you've played a vital role in
Yeah.
these
How do you
concert
fit in on this?
series, right? Promoting them, building awareness. I don't know if you play a hand in the production behind the scenes, organizing the artists. Tell us more about the role you play.
Yeah, anything logistics. So I'm the coordinator of the show. So
Okay.
while Frankie isn't here, I'm reaching out to the entertainers, making sure that they'll be on board this year, getting new talent, because every year we try to add new talent, and getting sponsorship, making sure that everything is ready, costumes, all that stuff, tickets, marketing, putting that together so Frankie don't have to worry about that. He just need to worry about the music.
Yes.
So there's the business community that sponsors, there are the artists that participate, the audience.
Yes.
So all of these things need to come together in order
Yes.
to make the series continue to grow, to improve, to be enhanced.
Yeah.
What has that journey been like, and what sectors are more forward, and which ones are harder to
Challenging.
get on board? Yeah.
I find well, you know, like I have to deal with the vocalists because Carlos deals with the band.
Okay.
Frankie sends him the music and he deals with the band, so I don't really have to deal with that. But dealing with the vocalist on a daily basis, setting up schedules. You know, like you send out a schedule, and then this one say, "Oh, I can't come Wednesday. I can't come." You know, and
Yeah.
Because we're dealing with full-time working people too.
yeah, exactly. Everybody works, and we have a couple of people who live in Belmopan and a couple of people who live in Cayo. So
Sounds like
it's
a nightmare.
difficult for them to get to rehearsals on time, and you know they have to go back. For example, we had rehearsals with the band on Tuesday, and half hour into rehearsals, power failure. And these people came all the way from Belmopan, couldn't get to rehearse. So I mean, that kind of frustration is what
Totally.
we have no control over it, but it's what kind of frustrating.
Wow, it makes me feel a lot better knowing that, because I was at home on Tuesday,
Right.
you know, I'm in the dark, but man,
We were
imagine-
waiting, and we were waiting, and we waited like half hour, and when we realized, hey, this is not coming back on, then we said,
Wow.
let's move. And then yesterday, there was supposed to be a power failure, and there wasn't, so we had,
You missed a day.
You have
moved
to
rehearsals around
watch
a
your
bit.
read those messages out of BL, The guy doesn't tell you it will happen.
will happen.
Tell you it might, it
Right.
could, So
And there's
you know.
always
Yeah.
the unannounced.
Exactly.
Well, we had just moved just in the event that it happened, so we don't want another day like that. But it's something that I enjoy, getting all this together, working with everybody. As I said, there are times when it gets a bit frustrating, but that's for a minute, and then you're back up. And it's a pleasure working with Your Grace. I call him Your Grace.
Yes.
And he keeps me on top of things.
Yeah, I'm sure he does.
Yes.
But
And-
when it comes to you eventually have to have a dress rehearsal. Do all your people then move to Belize City and stay here for?
We are
at
hoping
least-
that happens this year. So we are working on that to get them to stay.
I know sometimes, as
Or
you know,
organize transport that they can get back safely with, because like you're into the heat of rehearsals, and then bam, somebody has to leave because they have to go catch a bus. We don't want that. So we're working on that
Yeah.
and we have Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday technical rehearsals with the band.
because that's important to
Yeah,
notify.
very
because
important.
Here in Belize, usually the first dress rehearsal is the first night
Oh
of the
no,
show.
no, we can't do that.
Never.
Can't do that.
So positive vibrations. Who's on the cast and credits for this one?
Let her read all that out.
Okay.
We have our regulars like Rajani, Nicole, Dennis Castillo, Chanel Parks, Wilson is back with us. Kelsey came last year for the first time, and she's back with us again. Tremette. We have newcomers like Darlene Usher, Elijah Norales, who else from Gabriel Lara. Those
Yeah,
are
Gabriel.
3 new males
Yeah.
that
Very
we
good,
got on.
Very good one.
Yeah, Keenan Flowers is back. Jael August, Miriam Abdul Kawi is back with us. Jackie Castillo is back this year. So I think that's about it for
Cast of thousands.
yeah.
What makes this one
Leon
different?
Banks.
I know you usually have a theme, 80s or...
Well, yes, this one is not. It's more eclectic. And,
Okay.
what I wanted to do with this show is to make it a bit more exciting on the eye as well as the ear. And so I said we have to have these big bands like Earth, Wind and Fire,
Commodores.
Commodores.
Queens.
And so we are doing a lot of dancing. Hopefully, when we
We
do
are.
the
The
rehearsal.
big sound.
Yes, the big sounds.
Yeah.
We have a lot of that thrown in for good measure. So it's different and
Yeah.
much. And Queen, Bohemian Rhapsody, I'm sure you know how difficult that is.
Yeah, yes.
So that's challenging for all people, including myself. And how I will conduct the choir, because I've made it for a big choir as well as a soloist.
Yeah.
And that's really challenging.
That
They
sounds
can
like-
tell you
that sounds
themselves, the
good.
singers.
That sounds good.
And Tamar, you will be able to know about the Backstreet Boys and
Oh, wow.
the Spice Girls. We
Okay,
have
yes.
yeah.
Oh, yes.
You can relate to those, right? Not Commodores
to
and
I
hear
mean, I do like the elements too, and
Yeah.
I recognize some of those names, but
Exactly.
definitely some of the more modern
Yeah, yeah.
90s.
yeah, Bruno Mars.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's a mixture of different genres.
I'm looking forward to it. I'm kind of excited because I don't know what's going to happen.
Happen,
So
right?
that first Monday when we rehearse,
You have something in your
yes,
head.
I
I'm
see
not
it
sure
all in
that's
front of me,
what's going to
but
happen.
seeing is not.
Yeah.
It's like baking a cake, right? All the ingredients have to come together.
Yes.
So right now we're at what stage? We're gathering the ingredients.
Yes.
No,
we're
we have
within it.
gathered. We have
We're
gathered.
just
Okay.
about to put it in the oven.
Yeah.
I see. Okay.
Just about.
Prices?
The prices for tickets are, well, actually the show is Thursday the 3rd, Friday the 4th, and Sunday the 6th. The first
3rd,
two
4th,
nights
and
are
6th.
8 p.m. and Sunday 6 p.m.
6 p.m.
We missed the Saturday because of Carnival.
Right.
And tickets are, the entire lower tier, which is downstairs, is $80, and general is $40.
Okay.
And tickets are available at the Bliss
General is the
upper tier,
upper tier.
upstairs.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's 48. Then premium is 88.
40. It's
Okay.
yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, the font looks
look
like,
like
yeah,
that
but
for
it's,
I was wondering what would this aid? That's how the GST look
Yeah.
on it now.
Let me think. Let me class again.
yeah, it's
So it's
80 and
40,
40.
Now the
80 and
private box
150.
at 150, is that per person or is that for the whole box?
That's per person, but that is sold out.
Okay.
so
Yeah.
like that.
And of course, you know, as I mentioned before, we have the band led by Carlos, Elsworth Castillo, Sean Tewes, Lin Young. You know, we have a really good band.
And without them, I have to
Always,
say,
the
we
band
couldn't
always
do it.
Always, yeah.
They are
always.
essential.
Yeah.
Absolutely essential.
Well, always ready.
Yep.
You have everything I can tell you is you have to do Belizean Team One. Pick all the best songs from way back in the 50s and
So-
do a whole Belize.
Yes, somebody mentioned that to me as well.
Yeah, you know.
I
Like other one he has
or half of a
Sweet
show.
Belizean Girl done again in a different style.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
All these old songs from way back.
Yeah,
You know.
that would be
And
good.
educate the youth.
They come from
yes.
Baron Bliss.
Oh,
Grave,
Him and the WAP.
We know
Yeah.
about that one.
Yeah, just like how Tamar didn't realize that the Sig tune from Love FM was.
Yeah,
yeah.
it's a good idea.
There's some songs
Yeah,
that would
to
definitely.
do something like that. We have lost the accordion. I don't know if anybody play accordion
Yes,
anymore.
yeah, Boom and Shine. There's somebody in Boom and Shine who plays the accordion.
They play the accordion.
Somebody. So it sounds like it's a one
Yeah,
last
it,
man
it
standing.
usually is. Yeah, it usually is.
Because once
I
Mr.
hope it's
Peter's
carried
gone,
on.
whenever
Yeah.
nobody picked
Put
it
it
up
back,
again.
Yeah.
You know?
It needs the right music for the right, that.
Yeah.
For that.
But for
word.
somebody who plays the piano, your instrument is the piano, and classic music is your genre. How do you view an instrument like the accordion? It's
Oh, I like it.
It's not necessarily classic.
No, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
Music for me is something that expresses. So the sound is what I listen to, and that tells me things, gives me ideas. So no, I like the sound of the accordion within that context. You wouldn't have an accordion in classical music. Very rarely have I heard that,
think so.
if at all. If I
But
think
next
back.
door, all the Latin music, every band have an accordion in it.
Yes, you can use
You know,
and that works in that
it's
much
a
more
big deal
nicely.
with them.
Yeah.
But looking forward to this. So again, it's next week,
September
Thursday,
3rd.
Friday,
Friday
and Sunday.
Yeah.
Yeah, and ticket for like Thursday, Friday tickets are almost gone. There are still some seats for Thursday night, and of course Sundays we have tickets for
I
Sunday.
think there are 2 nights. I don't know if I can make them there, but the
You can
Sunday.
go on Sunday.
Yeah, we have. My wife has a business and they prepare for Carnival the next day. The
They're putting
Saturday,
him
so
to
they have
work.
to put it together. So put me for work.
But you said that last year as well, I think.
Yeah. I don't
He
know if
came
it
last
happened.
year.
And
Did you come last year?
Yes.
Yeah,
I
he
beg
came
your
last
pardon.
year.
I stand corrected.
He comes every year. Yeah, I see
I
him.
try, but if I don't come,
I-
it's because God didn't want me there. Yeah.
Dicey.
Yeah.
Because what, gotta look at that. Try to figure that out.
Can I quickly thank our sponsors?
yes, please go ahead.
So we have, of course, the National Institute of Culture and History, National Celebrations Commission, Public Utilities Commission, Belize City Council, Full Tech Systems, Madisco, Currency, Belize Electricity Limited, RB's Designs, they will be doing the decor for the stage, Central Bank, Travelers, Angelo's Press, Norman's Printing, DigiWallet, Holy Redeemer Credit Union, XTV, Greater Belize Media, DigiWallet, and DFC. So thank all our sponsors. Without you, this show would not be possible.
We have to bring back Frankie on a totally different discussion.
Yeah.
Diaspora, you know,
Yes.
Yeah, and all these
Belizeans living abroad.
contributions.
Yes.
All this about voting in Belize and all that kind of thing. Get your opinion on this.
Oh
how you
no!
feel, you know?
Oh dear! I keep out of all that. I keep even out of the UK.
I know,
Politics, not a good question.
but really, because it's becoming a big deal now, we have a minister of diaspora now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he should
That's
welcome you every time you come
You think
to the
so?
country. Yeah,
Yeah.
he should
Okay,
be at
I'm
the
glad
airport
to
to
hear.
greet you. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely our diplomatic status is in order. All right. Thank you so much for coming, for sharing this with us. I think we've got it the 3rd, 4th, and 6th of September.
Positive
It has
vibrations.
it has become a part of the September tradition now.
Yeah, it's on the calendar.
Yes.
Yeah.
People come
That's
from
why I say
far
you
and
can't do
near.
it
I love that from everything that I've heard. These concerts, they bring out the very best in Belizean musicians and singers. So
It does.
it's great.
Yeah. Looking forward to a great show.
The
You'll enjoy
level
all
of
the-
professionalism is way up there.
Yeah.
Everybody that goes to your concerts always come out and say, "Damn,
Yeah.
we could do that."
Yes.
You
I'm
know.
glad-
He is rough, I mean. And
But he should. But that's the
yeah, as he
point.
should
We
be.
need that
The
kind of
standards must be
discipline.
high.
Yeah. Sometimes he says some things, and I say, I'm happy that on me to tell that too.
Yeah.
It is 7:30. We gotta take this break. When we come back, we'll be hearing about deals happening at Courts Belize.
Good morning, Belize. A fresh to moderate and relatively moist easterly airflow prevails. The 24-hour forecast for Belize and her coastal waters calls for sunny skies today with a few cloudy spells. Showers or thunderstorms will be generally isolated, except for a few more along coastal areas this morning. Tonight, the skies will be partly cloudy, becoming cloudy at times, along with a few showers and isolated thunderstorms to develop over southern districts. Elsewhere, showers and thunderstorms will be isolated. High temperatures for today will range from 88 degrees Fahrenheit along the coast to 94 inland and 82 over the mountains. Low temperatures for tonight will be at 82 along coastal areas, 74 inland and 68 in the higher elevations. The wind will blow from the east at 10 to 15 knots and the sea state will be light to choppy. A high tide will occur at 9:16 a.m., a low at 4:15 p.m., another high at 4 minutes past 10 tonight, and a low at 3:47 a.m. The sun rose at 5:37 and will set at 6:10. The moon comes up at 5:59 this evening and set at 5:57 tomorrow morning. The outlook for Friday and Friday night is for generally fair weather to prevail and shower activity will be isolated. In the sargassum forecast, there is a high chance that most sargassum mats could drift ashore, producing moderate to major impacts over coastal destinations across the country during the next few days. And in the tropical weather outlook, an area of low pressure associated with a tropical wave located about midway between Africa and the Windward Islands has become better organized and has a high chance of becoming a tropical depression later today as the system moves westward to west-northwestward. This system poses no threat to Belize and her coastal waters. And that's your morning forecast that was prepared here at the National Meteorological Service.
Pelican
morning, Belize. And we are 22 minutes actually away from 8 o'clock. And let's, we have all the celebrations going on, but of course, we got to watch our
Back to
budget.
business, that's right.
Yeah, we got to see how
There's a
we
lot happening.
spend our money wisely and where. So we've invited a young lady by the name of Ajani Abraham, and she's from Quartz,
Good morning.
Belize, to tell us what's going on at Quartz.
Yes. Hi, thank you for having me. Good morning, Belize. So this weekend, Quartz is having its Feel Good Home event. So it's all about furniture over at Quartz this weekend. Big discounts, amazing deals, sofas, mattresses, you name it. As long as it's furniture, it's discounted.
Awesome. What kind of discounts are we talking about?
So we're having 15% off bedding and mattresses and mattress bases. 10% off all furnitures, sofas, table stands, side tables, coffee tables, anything furniture, and 30% off all home decor.
30% off home decor. That would be your cushions, your ornaments.
Right, decorations, lamps, little.
You have any clocks?
Yes, we have
You have
clocks. We have clocks, yes. And apart from those discounts that you get cash, if you purchase on a credit plan 24 months or more, you get an additional 15% off your credit plan on top of the discount that you're already getting.
Sounds good. I was in Quartz last week, actually. Last week I was there doing, and you guys do a wonderful job at promoting your big items, right?
Yeah.
But for people who are looking for smaller items, I think a lot of times you don't think
Right.
Quartz first. Of the first place you don't think it's
Smaller
Quartz, right?
items, right.
I'm talking like your rugs.
Yeah, we
if you
have
want a really
rugs,
nice
yeah.
quality.
Smaller than that, you can buy a
Rugs.
knife set, right?
Knife sets, plate sets, right?
Even like you said, home decor and ornaments and things like that. If you're looking for something with a certain look, you might want to think Quartz.
Yeah.
But I get it. You want to sell the refrigerator and the major whites and the sofas and
First,
stuff
right,
first. And that is being discounted as well.
Yeah. No, it's just furniture this
Okay,
weekend.
gotcha.
So the discount only applies to furniture. So you get the 10% off anything, sofas, side tables, coffee tables, your bedroom furnitures. You get 15% off your mattresses and bases, and 30% off the home decor. You purchase on credit 24 months, 15% off. You could get up to $1,000 off on select sofa sets, and we have dining sets for as low as $549.99.
Wow.
So if you're thinking of either upgrading your furniture or if you're just starting your journey and being on your own in your own home, this weekend is a good time to get those items and take advantage of these promotions.
If somebody has never shopped at Quartz before, what is the process from walking in, finding your item, falling in love with your item, purchasing it on credit, and then getting it into your home?
All right, so when we're talking the credit plan, we're talking convenience, we're talking flexibility. For somebody who has never done credit before, it's super convenient. I'm going to stress that because you get to keep your cash in pocket, you have the item for use, and you pay us back in a monthly installment that's affordable to you. In regards to requirements, you'll be needing your valid ID, of course, social security card or passport. Proof of income would be a job letter no older than 3 months or 1 month's worth of pay slips, as well as proof of address would be a utility bill no older than 1 month, and you can provide 2 references not living at the same address as you. We get the process started. Once it's approved, you get to have your item for use, and you pay nothing down. So you can come in, provide the documents, no cash, and we go
Take your
through the
fridge.
process. Right.
Pause right there, right? So, no cash, but you do have your little responsibilities. If you want to purchase something, if I want to walk into the store and walk out with something, I have to remember that I need to have my ID, I need to have my recent job letter / pay slips and my proof of address.
Right.
Proof of address might be a utility bill in my name
Light,
with
water,
the address.
internet cable,
Yes.
right? And if it's
Or
not
a
in
letter
your
from your
name-
landlord
Right.
or
So
something
if it's
to
not in your name, you could you will still need to provide the bill just along with an authorization from the bill holder, along with a copy of the bill holder's ID.
Some come prepared,
Come
because
prepared,
you're going to
right.
find something that you love.
Right, and it's also important. I want to let the public know that we also cater to the informal sector as well. So if you are a small business owner, you do you're a food vendor, anything like that. Even though you can't say get a formal job letter, we do cater to you, as long as you can provide us with proof of income, bank statements, your business registration, stuff like that. You can come in and also get stuff on credit. So it's not just, oh, I'm working at a formal business where somebody else provides me with a job letter. If you're a small business owner, you come in with your bank statements, your registration, and we can also go ahead with your credit
So
plan
it's
as well.
necessary to have a formal bank account for you to apply.
Yes.
Yeah.
For
So
the
they
most
can
part,
see your
yes.
history.
If you
It
don't,
helps.
then we could more than likely find a way to accommodate.
If I have a stall, but I've had it for the last 10 years, and I came and I show you my city council license I've been paying for 10 years, that's a good history, I would think.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a
I
good
would be
history.
saying that if I wasn't doing
Right.
business.
The
That's valid.
problem is,
That's very valid.
the only challenge with that would be deciding what your credit limit is.
Yeah.
Right. So
Yeah.
that might be a little bit more challenging, but so that's where the deposits
But it
help you
opens the
out.
door at least,
It,
huh?
it does. Yeah.
Once, if you have a log of the sales you make for the day, that helps as well.
Yeah.
Your credit limit will be determined after. There is a little interview process that we do that determine your income
You could-
versus your expenditures. That
You
would
could prove it in a way if you keep your receipts for all you buy.
right from your
You know, and I
vendors.
say for the whole month you buy like 5,000 tortilla. Well, I mean, you
You're
sell
doing
a lot of tacos.
Yeah, so those are documents that would be valid for anyone that doesn't have formal employment. So don't be discouraged and think, oh, I have a small business, I can't get nothing for credit. That you're excluding yourself from the possibility. Right?
That is why credit exists, right? So that more people can be able to afford, you know,
Right.
major appliances or items.
Right, because if let's be honest, we don't always have that large amount of money to say, oh, I
Yeah.
want to go in and just buy a fridge or buy a sofa set, cash, spot cash. We don't always have that money available to us. So what the Ready Finance allows is convenience. You know,
Yeah.
you get to have your item and you don't have to worry about having that lump sum of money. You use your item and you're paying us back in an installment that you choose that would be affordable to you, that would fit within what you know you can be responsible for the month. Right? And also with our credit plan, it's important to know that you also get instant insurance. Theft, floods, hurricane, instant insurance on your items when you purchase on credit as well. And we also include our Super Shield, which is our warranty. If you do experience any issues with your items, labor, parts, materials covered by us. If you can't fix it, we replace it for the value of what it was purchased for.
Okay, sounds good. And when does it start? When does the promotion start?
Okay, so this promotion is 2 days only, this Friday the 28th and Saturday the 29th. We'll be having these offers available in store, and apart from that, we will be having pop-up shops as well on both days. So we'll be having Comets, I know there will be Shirley, Purple Cuttings, and a few more small businesses around the store on both days. So while you're shopping with Quartz, you could go and support a small business, a local vendor as well. On Friday, Brody's will be there doing wine tasting, and on Saturday, Dance with Fatima will be there as well. So it's going to be very exciting. You get to purchase with these awesome discounts. You probably know I get it no other time. So I'd encourage you to come out and just take advantage of it. And you know, just have fun throughout the day. We'll also be having giveaways throughout the day. We'll be having amazing prizes.
Quartz is always having discounts, but I think this is the first I've heard of a sale event catering specifically
To
to furniture. You know, the sofa sets you mentioned, being able to get up to $1,000 off on select sofa sets.
Right.
So if this is something that you've been waiting for,
Now is the time.
now is the time, because maybe I must not till Christmas again.
You said mattresses were included or not?
Yes, mattresses and
What
the
about bed
bases,
frames?
you get
Yes.
15% off.
frames, so?
Bed frames would be considered under furniture, and you get 10% off
Okay.
those. If you purchase on credit, you get the additional 15% off. So that's already 25%. I mean, that's a very good deal. You're basically getting quarter of the price cut off.
So living rooms and bedrooms, it's your time to shine.
Right. So if you know the Christmas season is coming up, I feel like every Belizean tries to up their home, up their own personal space, meaning their bedroom. We have some really, really nice bedrooms that's queen and king available.
You know, Ajani, just now when I said Christmas, in my mind it was far away.
No,
I said
it's right
not
around the
until
corner.
Christmas. Yeah. I didn't realize we are already on that quarter
Right,
getting there. Yep.
Right. So it's all about the home event this weekend at Courts. You come out, purchase on your credit plan. You purchase cash, you get your discount on your furniture, your mattress, your home decor. You come in and get your lamps, your rugs. So if you're looking for those things, Courts is the place to be this weekend. There's a lot going to be happening in store.
Well, you know, life happens, right? So if you have an account at Courts and you've not been able to keep up with your payments, what are some do's and don'ts?
All right, so in the event that you do have an account that probably ran into a little delinquency, we would be able to consider for you to get a new account as well. The requirements will remain the same. You will need to provide everything all over again just for us to do like a formal vetting, a reevaluation, and we could accommodate something that would be reasonable enough for you to rebuild your history so that you can come back in the future and get your bigger stuff and bigger limits as well. So I don't want to discourage anyone from trying to get anything on credit. Like, you come in and we'll definitely find a way to work with you.
And like you said, build your credit so
Build
you
your
can
credit,
keep.
right.
You could
And I think
furnish
that's
your whole
something
house.
extremely important because, like you mentioned, life happens. Sometimes we just can't do everything cash, and it's very convenient to know you can come to Courts and get what you need. Nothing done, still have it for use.
You know,
So-
in my mind, to me, everything has its pros and cons, right? Buying on credit, I not put it up and say it doesn't have pros and cons, right? The pros is you get it right away.
Right.
It's
the convenience.
It's very easy. The payments are manageable. You're not going broke making these payments. The con is that something can happen, and I think the mistake a lot of people make is rejecting the phone call or avoiding your
Right.
your friendly sales rep.
Oh, no, answer. It's important. I
Nobody
feel
can
like it's
lash you.
important that, right, nobody can lash you, but you communicate if you're falling behind on payments. I think it's important for you to just let us know what's happening, because no communication would just lead to, we're feeling
Yeah.
like you're
Yeah,
avoiding
you're
us,
making it
right?
worse.
Correct.
It would be
making it worse.
easier for you to just speak and, make arrangements. That's
Correct.
better than ignoring the cause and not
Make
making any
arrangements.
payments at all.
Make
your
arrangements,
arrangements.
yes.
Yeah. So
Okay, so it's taking place
Friday the
and
28th, Saturday the 29th. Will be open 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Furniture galore. I can't say. I
Right.
don't know what else to say.
I think
Everything is going to be.
when you walk in, the furniture, the sofa, they sell themselves.
Yeah, it's just there, right in your face.
It's right
And-
there. They're lovely.
Yeah, and we've begun prepping the store, so you may find a different look this weekend in
Oh,
store.
nice.
It's going to be very pretty. We're highlighting all the furnitures a little bit more. It's just a little enhancement.
I see.
So it's going to be
Sounds
very
good.
beautiful. The store, we're preparing for this home event, so I just invite
I love
the
their
public.
arrangements, right? When they
Yeah.
rearrange the store and you see how the sofa pairs with the decor and the cushions and the
Put
rugs.
everything. It's
The
placed
TV,
meticulously.
all
It's
that.
intentional.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the point of it is like just make you imagine as if it's already in your home, and I think that's important.
idea.
Right.
But if I go sit down in and start to watch TV and get excited,
I
that
do
means
that.
you're carry-
I want the,
that
I want
means
the
you're ready for
experience
carry-
and say, I'll try it out.
Yeah, see how it suits
Next thing
you.
you say, I'll take off my
Yeah.
shoes. Put
Once
up
you
my
don't take
foot.
off your belt, that's where I think my friend here will have a problem.
Yeah. You make yourself comfortable. Test it out.
And
If
I know you have the discount on those items, but let's not forget, you still have good prices on the
Yes.
TVs.
We still
the
have discounts on
laptops, all the
TVs.
phones, and so on.
We'll be having, the government is honoring GST off this
yes.
weekend as well. This Saturday, the 29th. The
That
GST is
possible.
only on the
No,
Saturday
there was
night.
2 weekends.
I know, I
Remember?
thought it was, oh yes, you're right.
This
the
is-
So
middle
this
of
is the
the-
last
And final.
weekend. Yeah, this is the
Middle of the
second
end.
weekend.
Oh,
So
yes.
you'll get your GST off laptops, and Courts is giving you a little more with the purchase of every laptop. You can either get a free flash drive or a free laptop bag while supplies last.
Can I
right?
pick? Can I
Yes,
choose?
sure.
Okay.
Yeah. If you purchase $9.99 or more, if the laptop you purchase is more than $9.99 or more, you automatically get the free laptop bag. But if you want the flash drive instead of the laptop bag, I'm not to fight you, right? So we have the GST off on the laptops on the 29th. We do have some laptops that's available on discounts throughout the rest of the month. So you can get like maybe 100 or 200 off. And the GST applies to that discounted price,
Okay.
right? So you're getting
Like a double discount.
Right.
Yeah.
We also are having our Frigimania event. So we have some Frigidaire products available on discount as well. We just got in chest freezers, 7 cubic feet to 25 cubic feet in Frigidaire. We have the Frigidaire fridge available on discount, washers as well on Frigidaire. And apart from that, we have items throughout the store available at discounted prices, especially our TVs. We have up to $600 off on a 75-inch TCL at the moment.
I do prefer
much
to
off?
be
600
Off?
off the original
On the
price.
75.
Right. So it's going for $16.99 right now.
That's a 75-inch.
75.
Yeah. And you know, it's good to be real. When you walk into a store and you're looking to invest in a major appliance or furniture, you know, sometimes the price can be frightening, right? Because good things, quality costs.
Right.
But I can tell you, because I've done, before I shop, I do my homework. I go store to store. I ask about not just the price, but also the
And the
benefits,
support. And the
support, warranties.
Yeah.
You know, I want to know where this product come from, how long I have it in the store. Like, I'm
Yeah.
asking all the questions. And I have to say, usually my last stop would be, of course, might not be the first, but that the last. Right, it's where I usually the deal gets done for me, just because of everything you offer. And I like that. I know you guys don't talk about it a lot, but they have this thing up on a match price, right? So
Yes,
if you
we
find
do.
the same product
Somewhere else
For
at
less.
a cheaper
Less.
price. Once it's the same model, we honor the price.
yeah,
We honor the lower price.
And you
Yeah.
offer it to, like you said, that
Any item
nothing
we have
down
in
and so on,
store,
so-
right. Any item we have in store, if you find it somewhere at a cheaper price, you let us know. As long as it's the same model, we'll honor it what you sell it for. Yeah.
yeah.
What if I
really
find it like that at another store, and of course at the other store it's not going to be on credit?
No.
You still will honor it even if I buy it cash from you?
I would have to get back to you on that.
Yeah.
Well, if you purchase it cash, yes, that's how we honor.
right?
That's how we
You
honor.
honor
Yeah.
the price, yeah. But on top of that, I could get it on credit if I want.
Yes, right.
So you have both advantages.
Yeah.
So that's something to note. I always encourage people to shop around, to figure out their options, so that they can feel good about their purchase when they
One
do
thing I
that.
can say, right? When you purchase from Quartz, you automatically get your warranty on your items.
1
I
year.
don't feel like you get that anywhere else.
I don't
on
think so.
your basic home appliances, like your probably like your crock pot and so, you get about 6 months warranty, instant replacement if within that 6 months it does not work. And all items come with 1 year warranty instantly, and you have the option to purchase your additional warranty for up to 4 years of protection. So that's a win, I think, and it's very important. I always suggest for people to purchase the extended warranty. It's a protection to your investment. These are very big purchases you're making, so it's important that you protect them. Like I mentioned, labor, parts, materials covered by us under these warranties, right? And our TVs get 2 years warranty instantly. 2 years two years manufacturer warranty comes with all TVs with the purchase of any TV.
Ajani, sale days are very busy inside any Quartz store,
Right.
especially I could imagine this weekend, because you have the GST free and you have the pop-ups that's happening, right?
In the Billy City store.
Can I pre-approve my credit limit, or like, can I get pre-approved?
If you want to just go in and update your information just to see more or less how much you would be able to get, yes, you
Right.
can do that.
You can do that,
Okay.
right?
Just to know, just
Like
for you
open
to
an
have a-
account
just to
pending,
check,
because I
right.
want to wait till it's sale for actually buy it.
Wait,
That's
so
a good idea.
and that would also help with us starting the validation process, because you know you don't just come in, bring your documents and get the item. There is we do have to do the work on the back end, reach out to your
Verified
employers, reach
information
out
and
to your
stuff.
references, just double check information that's provided, and that's probably going to set it a little ahead.
Yeah.
Okay, sounds like a plan.
Yeah.
Well,
And-
again, it's this weekend.
Yes, countrywide.
Tomorrow.
Corozal, Orange Walk, Belize City, San Ignacio, Dangrega, PG, any court store, these offers will be available. Yeah.
Okay, John Abraham, thank you, my dear. Thank you very much.
Thank you for having me.
One thing I need to remind our listeners and viewers, any student who's studying music can go to the Bliss with ID
Okay.
and they'll get 2 free tickets
To
to
the
the Frankie Renault concert.
Frankie Renault
Yeah.
concert. There it is. It's right there on screen. Okay,
So
that's
you can do
awesome.
that. Yeah, so if you're
That's one way to
studying
give back
music
to the
or related to
students.
music, and you're a student and you can go there and you get 2 free tickets. I wonder if I could start to study music this evening.
You really want a free ticket, Joe?
Yeah, I want to.
Well, as
Let's
long
take a break. We'll be back. We'll be talking a little bit about changing the way we do things with rural trade licensing being introduced. You don't know what that is? And I think this is more of interest to village residents and businesses related to
Yep.
any village. So we'll be talking about that after the break. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. 3 minutes after 8 o'clock. This is the morning show, and we were hoping to talking about rural trade licensing, but somehow our guests are
not here as yet.
But that doesn't mean the show doesn't continue.
Of course, the show
It's
goes
always
on.
your show, and we try to make it interesting for you. So we're always prepared to continue the conversation. Our number is 203-2098, of course, and we're open to hear from you. Interesting. And we always talk about what affects us, what the world does
Globally,
affects us.
locally.
Right now we're being affected with the price of food, the cost of fuel. All this is because a lot of it is coming from decisions being made abroad.
Yeah.
Another thing is that we've been hearing about kids being the calibrating rot.
Oh,
What's happening
right.
What's happening to kids, especially young people on being on social media.
Mental atrophy, I think,
yeah,
is the
mental
more.
atrophy.
But brain rot is the street
yeah,
term.
That's the street term, right. And we hear of some countries, I think New Zealand now is planning to introduce a limit on the age of kids and when they can use social media. They want to put it in law.
There's a lot that sometimes I feel like we don't keep up to date with here in Belize.
Right.
It's like we are not tuned in to some very important global announcements. For example, on this same topic, Meta, that's Facebook and all of that, they were recently taxed or fined $16 billion.
18 billion.
Oh, $18 billion.
They just agreed to pay it.
And you know why they were fined that? Because they intentionally created their user interface to make it so that you can't click out. As a matter of fact, when you click to leave Facebook, you know what Facebook do? It refreshes your feed to give you something to make you stay, and you have to press the button again. If you scroll when they give you that updated version, you have to press twice again just to exit. They intentionally create this platform to be addictive. They have studied the colors that they use for notifications, the songs, the look of the interface. And because they did that intentionally and it is affecting people's brains, they were penalized. But in Belize, we not really... I don't know how much of us is paying attention to these developments.
All I see is people walking. You know, if they're sitting here, they're looking at their device, they're looking at something, then get up to walk, to take a pee. The device is in their hand, still looking at it.
Yeah.
I have actually seen in the toilet.
Yeah.
One hand using on the phone.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
I'm serious. And I say, what is it that you have to look at so
It's not their fault. It's not their fault, Ernesto.
Intently that
it
you
was
can't put it down.
designed. It was designed to keep them trapped like that. It's not a flaw in the individual. These people study psychology. They sit in focus groups, coming up with ways to keep you latched onto your phone.
Yeah, I believe.
So that's just the reality of it. I have challenged myself to not take my phone into the restroom.
Anyway, the Facebook and Instagram changes Meta has agreed to make.
Let's hear this.
Users aged 13 to 17 will only get 2 hours per day for brain rot on its platforms.
Okay.
In the night mode, teens will be blocked from the apps between midnight and 6 in the morning.
What a thing. Okay.
School mode, there will be no push notifications for teen users during school hours of 8 to 3.
Okay, those are good changes.
I think so. I think they're good changes.
I mean, there are always ways to get around some of these guidelines, but this is a move in the right direction.
Meta will also hide likes and reactions from minors on posts by default and block extreme makeup filters, although adults will still be able to yassify themselves and their pets. Well,
that's one of the things too, because people get so addicted to the likes and validation that they receive on pictures. So hiding, keeping that concealed from minors, I think, again, that's a good move, because you see what happens is every time a person receives a like and they sees that, it releases dopamine, which is that feel-good reaction that your brain gets when you eat something sweet, or you just had a pleasurable moment, and or you get a like on Facebook. So having that release every single time you get a like, it really has a negative impact on developing brains, on any brain really.
Because life is like that. Real life is like that. And you don't know if they really like you. They just press it. Just press it. It's like LOL. I mean,
like if I come to you and
laugh
say,
out loud, you don't really laugh out
Ernesto,
loud.
why you never like my picture? You're like, I mean, like it. Don't never click like.
You never click like. Yeah. Anyway, these are things that we need to be aware of, because it makes people, like you said, you know, we're not developing our brain as much.
I don't want to change the topic from what you touched on, but another, what I consider big news is in some countries, gel polish has been banned, and the use of UV lamps.
I read that. I read something like that is.
But I don't see any kind of move to address it in any way here at home, right? I mean, don't get me wrong, that would inconvenience me, but if it is such a health issue, or it's creating so many issues that it has to be banned in some countries, I'm definitely concerned. But
another one is Bill Gates. Bill Gates wrote an essay, over 6,000 words. It says we need to prepare for the AI takeover. He's saying that we're not preparing for artificial intelligence.
Takeover, he called it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, one of the words. He says the threat that AI and robotics present to blue and white collar jobs isn't comparable to previous technological transitions, which happened over generations. Those happened over generations and resulted in tech that required, not replaced, human cognition.
Hold that thought, Ernesto, because if you recall earlier, I was telling you about this Belize City Lobster Fest taking place in Belize City. And we actually invited the local promoter to join us here on set to talk to us and tell us all about it. Because I don't
Lobster Fest?
Yeah, that's right. At the BNS Beach.
The poor lobster and they get it.
Well, that's what they're here for. Sorry. So we want to welcome to our studios none other than Mr. Humes.
Yes, that's
Mr.
me.
Humes talking to us about BNS Beach and, of course, the upcoming Lobster Fest. How are you doing? Good morning.
Okay. Good morning to one another.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Do you never bring no lobster, man? I'm thinking I bring only lobster salad.
They only tease, man.
You have to go to the beach, huh?
No, I eat it before I come. I bring it to people not
Lobster
going there,
for breakfast? That's lavish.
I eat before I come. If I bring it there, I'm not going. So if you go there for
all right.
You might be right. Where is BNS Beach? That's the question everybody keeps asking me.
BNS Beach located exactly 3 3/4 miles George Price Highway. For people, George Price Highway, tell them Western Road. So most people familiar with Western Road. And now we have the entrance quite
prominent, visible.
Yes, so you could see it far. You hit the curve, you could see it now, so you don't have to try peep through one eye to try figure where they, but yes.
So heading out of Belize City, it's going to be on your left.
Yes, on your left side.
Well, obviously that I will see there.
And we have banners there, we have flags, so it's easy, visible, and identifiable from a reach fair enough close to the area.
But what is BNS Beach? Is it a private land-owned beach? What is?
Okay, BNS Beach is the only beach in Belize City, the only natural beach I should say in Belize City. And we have quite one large area where we could host, I think we could easily host 3,000 plus people. Easy.
Yeah, a good stretch.
Yes, the one long stretch. And interestingly, one of the questions a lot of people ask when they go up there, don't let me say muddy. No, sir. And look here.
The swimming, I mean.
You carry a wife there, you could kiss it 2 after you come out of the water there because no mud no there on your foot.
I do that anyways.
Mud or no mud?
Yeah, I do that every day.
Yeah, so, you know, the nice sandy area. And what I like about, when I think about BNS Beach, especially for kids, you know, when you go to other places, you can't go to the river because they want to drop in and listen. You could walk, like right now, you could walk 50 yards out there.
Before the water starts to go.
And as well, adult water will catch you maybe
a bit
below chest height.
Oh, that's cool.
And the whole place, like I said, a nice sandy area. Importantly, I remember years ago when I used to go down south, one of the problems I used to have down there with jellyfish, the stinio, we not got that problem there.
Oh, you know got it.
No, so far we don't have nobody complain about jellyfish.
No crocodile out there.
They not come wrong that we still have the good part. They
Where
stay far out.
you do want crocodile fest.
But then we might
Then
invite
they
them.
don't come,
Yeah, we don't want it
Okay,
come.
okay. Well, we talk about it, so I guess that's
How
why
do
they
you
stay
how do you
far.
manage your sargasm?
Fortunately, we don't have much problem with it.
Okay,
I
good.
guess-
Occasionally,
Said-
exactly. Occasionally, you used to come in, but what we do early in the morning, we have guys who they up there very early in the morning. So we just keep raking it as they come and getting rid of it. Because you know, when they stay for a while, they can smell bad.
Kinda.
And then we can't wait until guests come for the side, but we have to move the sargassum.
Yeah.
So
You stay on
once
top.
sargassum there, every morning as we get there, the first thing we start to move. It's controllable.
So on your average weekend, families, people, they can go to BNS Beach, enjoy the facilities.
Well, you could go every day. BNS
Okay.
Beach open 7 days a week. We open from 10 o'clock in the morning up until
That's
6
all
o'clock
right.
in the evening, 7 days a week. So you could go
Okay.
there any given day.
And now what made you decide to throw a lobster fest here in Belize City?
Well, that lobster fest, one of the gentlemen up there just bring it up about one lobster fest. He used to fishing. And I guess he may listen to everybody, they have their big activity. But I want to make we throw one lobster fest. And we thought of it, you know what, was a good idea because in reality, Belize City had never had a lobster fest before.
No.
When lobster fest made there south, man, when I realized it, man, I go catch bus, I don't got no car, for go way down
Yeah,
here.
you got one
You know,
left
so
for
we
Belize
have
City
one,
folks.
yes, Belize City are the biggest part of Belize City, of Belize, I should say. This is where the biggest population is, so why one lobster fest can't work out? We eat lobster here
A
too.
lot of people here about the lobster fest, but they don't go.
Do you think they
Exactly.
have? Do you think they have people in Belize City who not tried lobster before?
I believe you.
so, yeah.
Yes,
So this might be
so.
a good chance for
Yes.
them to see what the hype is about.
yes. And not only lobster. So if you don't eat lobster, still come because we have got food for you too.
You got chicken.
We got everything
you got
there.
everything. Yeah.
Oh, some
Except
ribs.
alligator, we don't have alligator thing. I know other one
But
come
that's
up
what I
for you.
say. My helps out to eat them.
Jeez,
So,
go ahead.
so what about transport?
Okay,
How get up there? How,
what I had
I might not want to drive. You know,
exactly.
because-
So what I had arranged because of the time frame when it comes to the buses, we know buses that every hour, and then buses could be crammed. So what I had arranged is that we are going to have a shuttle bus from the roundabout. At least every half an hour bus.
Is that by
on
the
it.
gas station?
Yes.
Okay.
So you
I
want
mean the leaf roundabout.
yes, right. there.
Oh, okay, that one.
The corner of Western Road and the Boulevard. So we have one shuttle bus right there. You have to pay one transport,
Obviously.
one money for get there.
Yeah.
And I make this clear because people might think that the sponsorship of BNS Beach. No, you pay your $3 for your bus go and your $3 for come. Every half an hour you want to go and bus they go and they come. So if you get up there and you realize, boy, I want to come back home, maybe you had too much for drinking and decide you know want to drive, you could
That's
also
right.
catch your bus to come back down.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
That's good. It's good to know transportation will be
Yes.
taken care of. All right. And what's the entertainment once we get there? What can we enjoy?
Now, we dey look for greasy pole. My good friend say he want got one chocolate mud wrestling.
Yeah. Anyway, good thing you because me I bring that up. But anyway, go ahead with the greasy. pole.
Yeah, so we want chocolate mud wrestling. We have dance competition. We plan for doing kayak race, well, canoe, I should say, because kayak kind of difficult for doing in the ocean. And I don't want to tell you all the excitement yet. You know, like if they promise us something, I'm dying for, I know what in there. A lot more giveaways. We have dance competition, like I said, we have activities for the kids, like lime and spoon. We have volleyball competition. We have a lot of different activities, a lot of giveaways. So you don't have to worry. Your chances of winning something, once you reach there, they're very good.
I like that you're really centering this around family. It's like a big family day on the beach, enjoying the food.
Yes. Very essentially, when it comes to this beach, we cater a lot for kids. And when I say kids, for instance, the place you could go and enjoy wholesome music, you don't have to worry about the kind of influential music where they send the kids in and straight. Then they can't play them none at all.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know, you will have people who go up there who choose to smoke. You have your designated area over there, no smoking within this area, and things like that. We also have food at affordable prices. You know, like we always look at, you can afford picnic in a beach, you can't go afford you might can't afford our food for $15 or $20. It's up to you if you want that. But if you say, boy, I got $7 or I got $8,
You could snack.
exactly, you could find something for them. So we center all of our activities around family. It's a family-oriented place.
I understand you're also very strict about the no pint bottle
Yes.
rule on the beach.
Yes, no battles are allowed. Friends, we all know battle could be one deadly weapon. People get drunk for whatever, then start a stone battle, fight, or anything like that. And
Yeah.
very much importantly,
Or accidents happen, bottles break, it
Yes.
creates a danger.
sometimes you the drink and you go in the water, you don't want to left your drink, you want to carry it. Imagine you carry a bottle in the water, you go broke in there. You don't want to find the pieces.
No.
And Mr. Ernest, you go walk out there barefoot, and next thing I know,
Yeah.
you know, you come back with blood, foot and
Definitely.
piranha, maybe seat and the piranha. you know, you
Can
understand?
shock the day.
Well, no, shock me today. But yes, the pint bottle.
I believe
so,
we're not afraid for sharks.
so we not sell drinks in a pint bottle, none at all. No bottles are allowed on the
Good.
beach. Point
Good
blank.
idea. Good idea. Good idea. I'll tell you.
So tell us more about these lobsters now, because I
Yeah.
know at the start of the season, because I went to both Placencia and Kikaka, Lobster Fest and
Which one you like more?
I mean, like Kikaka more. Sorry, Placencia. I really liked Kikaka one. I thought the Belizean turnout was very strong there. But the lobster them are very healthy, right? We have some healthy lobsters this year. So I just want to know, like, what the catch
Yeah.
they look like so far.
Because you got contest and all that, no?
Would you say the lobster them is healthy?
Big
there? When you say
lobsters,
so you know, you
nice
talk about you
catch.
say other lobster were never too healthy, but there.
I want to tell
Shimon, if
the
your
truth.
lobster they come from Kikaka.
This year, the lobsters, they're more bountiful and they look bigger to me.
Okay, so what we do with this lobster fest? I not provide the lobster for the people there. They bring their one lobster. We have one of our wonderful sponsors, more than wonderful sponsors, Grace will provide all the seasoning for now. So if you want to do a lobster, you can go on to no. And we will give you all the seasoning. Grace say here, what anybody want to do this lobster thing, this lobster cook-off competition, we are getting all of the seasoning. So you don't have to worry. You just bring the lobster.
Yeah. I bring it live.
We will bring it live, cooked
and
dead
cook
any way
it.
you want to bring it, once you bring it. Right? So, yes, what we do is that we ask people to bring your own lobster. And they try accept at least 5 people in this lobster cook-off competition where we have prizes. Other booths, I mean, there is a lot of different things that you could do with lobster as well. You could make lobster fritters, lobster ceviche. You could do so much different things with lobster. So anything you want to cook, you could cook. Like I say, it don't have to be lobster, but it's a lobster fest. So the more we could focus on lobster, and be more healthy for the activity.
Yeah.
To contribute to actually what it
And you're
is.
going to theme now, reason it.
Exactly.
You think you have any other kind of fish or just lobster when it comes to that?
Well, that depends on the cooks.
Yeah.
If you decide you want to cook snapper, it's up to you. That depends on the cook.
Well, I think that would be a good idea. Of
course.
You can have a good fried
It's a
fish with
beach
rice and
bash.
beans or go like that.
So we have 20 booths, spots, I should say, that we rent out for people who want to then cooking.
Okay.
So if you decide you want to come out to cook some rice and beans, ring me up.
You got more spots?
Yes,
More
I still
spaces?
have-
Okay.
I still have more. I still have a few more. And you could come, you would bring your tent and your table, and you could set up and do your cooking right there.
How can they reach you if they want one of them boots?
603-9235.
9235 602.
603-9235. 603-9235.
Got it.
And please call me before they finish because
The
last minute
limited spaces
and
available.
last minute everybody tends to rush everything
As usual.
as usual.
Yeah. What time is supposed to start?
Okay, this event will start Saturday at 10 a.m.
10 a.m.
and conclude at 6 p.m. Both Saturday and Sunday. And we have live entertainment. We have Kenny Gladden and his band will be out there, the New Creation Band. We also have Vida Max who will be performing for us. And
He the man right now, no?
Got that right.
And Taprick, the one of the classics too.
Got that right. We look for the best.
So,
So
sang named Lobster Tail.
yes, Kenny Gladden thing that,
Yeah,
no,
exactly.
I know about Guana Tail.
What?
Guana Tail, yeah.
The
Oh, we
deal
got-
was lobster tail
Well,
song.
I want to him to make a change that guana to lobster
Yeah,
for that
that, yeah.
particular day.
Correct.
So they're not
Yeah.
guana tail today,
Come
they're
on,
lobster
guana
tail.
holiday.
Lobster tail.
Exactly.
Yeah, Kenny Gladden sing that same song.
Yes. Yes.
So,
Brad.
yes, that lobster tail song,
Consider it done.
consider it done.
Now the contest, the lobster.
Cook-off.
Cook-off, yeah. How that one run and who that is
How do you
just-
sign up?
Yeah.
Anybody, so far I have 3 people. I still need 2 more. And it's simple, just call me, give me your name and your information, I write it down, and you show up that day.
Bring
Just
your
bring your lobster
lobsters.
along with you.
You say you got
Bring
season
your-
for me. I
I
still
got
bring
your
my
season,
own.
I got your back. You just bring your lobster. You call me up, Mr. Humes. I want to sign up for this lobster cook-off. I want to put down your name.
Grace
You
is
bring
a
your lobster.
sponsor of this event. Any drink specials from there?
Yes, we got a whole lot.
Uh-huh.
First, one of the biggest special when it comes to drink with the giveaway. I say giveaway. Caribbean, 3 for 10.
3 for 10?
3 for 10.
Do you know the Caribbeans?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I have it in my fridge right now.
For that price, I mean, for that price there, everybody will know that.
Of
3 for
course.
10. So I tell the guys, for me, so last time when we discussed it, when we say, okay, you'll be $3.50 for one, we like, shilling, actually, I remember that 3 hours for one gallon of gas, shilling going a long way. So if you decide you go into the bar, try get up 2 more people, let's go and make we get 3 one time.
3 for
Unless
10.
you want to drink the 3.
But I drink the 3, huh?
So, you know, so 3 for 10.
Yeah.
We have a lot of giveaways. And you know what? We can get generous and train some beers to make you
Sounds good.
carry home.
Sounds good.
Not just simply have to say, you work for it. Because we'll have competitions, we'll have different things where you're able to get some beers.
All right, people. This goes down this Saturday. That's just
That's
2
right.
days away.
Entrance fee?
Entrance fee, adults $15, kids $5.
Got it.
Yeah, because you get the usage of the beach.
Everything. Once you're in there,
Man,
Everything
you're
is
gonna
up
have
to
to pay extra for here the entertainment and the music.
No.
You
Even
didn't
if you want to go to a dance competition, my friend, you're not paying no extra for that.
Well, I hope for win.
That's the idea. We had one dance competition, and only one person got into the competition, and she be the one that she can't win.
Well, who else?
I don't know.
She
even
the
if
first,
you can't
second,
dance,
and third.
You just get in there, you don't win.
Yeah, don't know what. Not like a plan.
All right, Belize. You heard it here. BNS Beach Lobster Fest being done in collaboration with the Northern Fishermen's Cooperative.
Yes.
Sponsored by.
BNS Beach. Make a big up somebody as sponsors
Yeah.
because we got some people who want catch feelings, we don't call their name, we can't afford that.
Right.
So we have Northern Fishermen Cooperative, we have Benny's Depot, we have the mayor, of course, and Grace and Carib. They shall be mentioned first, but I like capture people's attention. So Grace and Carib, remember they're big. We have Smart. We have, well, we have several people. So I'm going to take one of these.
That why you
So-
don't rely on memory for?
Yeah, no, how you go sometime. And we have Northern Fisheries.
Okay.
Very importantly, when we have these activities, we get the fisheries department involved. We have Niche. Niche has been a great contributor to many of these events. So we have Niche, of course. And those are basically who we have as sponsors for this activity.
Mr. Humes, thank you so much.
Will you tell you got out of beachfront?
Yes.
You got parking?
We could take the whole Ability City with the parking. That's
Okay,
the least
so
of the
there are a
problem.
lot of
And
parking.
we know the charge for parking.
And that not disrupt the beach or not? No.
No. So when you enter the compound, the beach is located approximately 200 yards off the
The
highway.
highway.
So you have that 200 yards of parking.
Yeah.
If you bring 4,000 or 5,000 vehicles, we have space to accommodate the 4,000 or 5,000 vehicles.
There you have it, folks. It's all going down this Saturday and Sunday. It's a family event.
Next time you do this about bikini contest, yeah?
A bikini
Could be arranged, not too late for that.
Yeah, bikini contest.
So we are announced it out there. So, you know, if any
Come for the lobster,
want
stay
come
for
out,
the
And if
bikini.
you need judges for that, give me a shout. And
they're right there.
I'm ready.
We have some giveaways. I know we had some giveaways from last time. So, if we have any quick time, we could just. go on
We
quickly.
will do it on our radio.
Okay,
throughout
so
the course of the day.
we still have no giveaways, so hopefully we could get the giveaways out today.
Of course.
And at the last
Oh,
minute.
yeah, we never realized it. We have to do it. Yeah, we could do it.
Okay.
On
Yeah, we
Love
have,
FM.
correct.
And you got a large audience too. Okay.
Alrighty, Mr. Humes, thank you so much.
Okay.
Belize, you know where to go. BNS Beach this weekend,
Oh, you can't miss
Saturday
it, you
and
say.
Sunday.
You got the
You won't
entrance
miss it.
motto.
It's illegal to miss it.
All right.
It is 27 minutes past 8 o'clock. We take a break. When we come back, we get into that conversation we had planned before the break, Ernesto,
Yeah.
talking about trade licensing
license.
in rural areas. We'll be right back.
Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. Yes, this is the morning show live from our studios in Belize City. I'm Ernesto with Ms. Tamar, and we have some guests in studio. We were telling you from the beginning of the show this morning that we wanted to talk about some serious business decisions being made. We have been made it very light. We've talked about health, how to feed our babies,
Yes.
of course, music.
Some sales that are
concerts,
happening.
That's right, and the sales.
Big
and-
Lobster Fest coming up this weekend in Belize City. But right now we're going to switch gears a bit. We're going to be talking, the extension of trade licensing in rural areas, Ernesto. It impacts persons living in rural communities, the way business is going to be conducted moving forward. So to talk to us more about it, we want to welcome to our studios Honorable Oscar Requena. He is, of course, the Minister of Rural Transformation, Community Development, and Local Government. Good morning and welcome.
Good morning.
And his CEO, Mr. Valentino Shal. Good morning. Thanks for being here.
Good morning. Thank you for having us.
I think to get started, what is a trade license?
Yeah.
What is a trade
Because
license?
this is of interest to specific people.
Yes.
What is a trade license?
Well, a trade license is a permit issued by the state or some local form of government for people to conduct business in a certain area.
That's right.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what it is.
So if I want to open a business in Belize City, I need to get a trade license.
Yes, you need
Or
to
in
get-
Joactown, or
Yes.
Punta Gorda, or
any part of the country.
any. It's limited though. Like in PG, for instance, you need a trade license within the town itself.
Yes.
So what we are saying right now,
It's going to be
beyond the town limits, didn't need trade licenses before, right? So that's where we're going with this.
Didn't-
This is going to be introduced.
Yeah, they didn't have trade licensing requirements before.
No.
Yeah.
But that is changing.
We're changing that, yes.
The reason and the rationale, automatically I think about locations like Ladyville, maybe Independence Village. These are villages, but they're very developed, right? Is that where the decision sparked from when you look at the way some villages are developing and expanding? Is that where the idea and the decision came from?
Well, first of all, good morning, and thank you very much again for the opportunity. We at the Ministry of Rural Transformation, Community Development, and Local Government have undertaken various reform initiatives, and certainly the trade license reform is one of those initiatives. Traditionally, as you stated earlier, trade licenses were administered in the urban areas. It's not something that was really, required in the rural areas. That has now changed, so we will now have trade licenses for both urban and rural. Where did the idea come from? This is part of Plan Belize, where our government felt very strongly that we need to empower and support our rural communities. We know that our rural communities are administered by village councils. Now, when you look at village councils, they have various responsibilities. They have to ensure that they, keep the place clean, keep the village clean. They have to pick the garbage. They have to manage the public spaces, paint the park, ensure that, there is, good public safety, among many other responsibilities that they have. Now, for them to be able to meet these responsibilities, there is the need to have a source of revenue. Currently, as it is, most revenue comes from liquor licenses for those communities who have liquor establishments within their communities, or if they fundraise or they get donations. That's how they, generate their income. That is limited.
Yeah.
So we, as part of our plan, we decided that we need to empower these communities and help them to be able to generate additional revenue. And that is why we looked at the trade license as an opportunity for those communities to be able to generate extra revenue. Because the reality is that, and I want to make it absolutely clear, because we don't want it to sound as if though it's just an additional tax system that you're putting on people. But the reality is that in many of these communities, as you rightfully said, when you look at Ladyville, when you look at Hopkins, Placencia, Independence, and many other villages, San Narciso, for example, in the north, you have many business establishments, huge business establishments, that in a way are running away from the urban area, from the town, and they go and set up shop, set up their business in the rural area, because they want to avoid having to pay, a trade license. So we felt that here was an opportunity to be able to support the village councils to generate that kind of revenue. And that is why we have put in place a system, a mechanism, a framework that regulates this. It's not going to be everybody who is going to be taxed. There's a clear schedule, or what we refer to as a tier of productive space. So for example, for a business to be considered for trade license, it must have 600 square feet or more of productive space. So let me clear it from the onset.
Okay.
The small taco shop, the small panade shop, the banana stand, those are not going to be paying any trade
Okay.
license.
Okay.
I want to make that absolutely clear.
They will pay nothing at all.
Well, let me explain. For business purposes, it is important that they register their business.
Right.
So, for example, if you are running a business and you go to the bank and you want to deposit money, the bank is going to ask you, where are you what's your source of funds? And you say, all right, I have a taco shop, for example. So they will require some proof that indeed you are running a business. So for those businesses that do not qualify for the 600 or more square feet of productive space, they will need to register their business and pay a fee of $10.
Right.
Okay.
That's what they're going to
What
do.
percentage of the taxes collected are going to stay within that village?
Let me also clear that, a very important question. All the trade license, it's not a tax, it's a trade license. All the trade license that is collected is going to go back to the community, 100% of it. How does it work? Currently, the system that we have with liquor licenses is that the liquor establishments, the business owners, would apply. Once their license is approved, they then pay to the Treasury Department. So the Treasury Department collects the fee. So for example, if the fee is $700 a year, that money is collected from the business owner. The village councils will then apply for those funds that belong to the community. But there are requirements. It's not automatic. For them to be able to receive those funds that were paid into Treasury from the business owners in their community, they have certain requirements they have to meet. They have to produce their financials. They may have to make sure that their financial, are in order, etc., etc. So once they meet those requirements, our ministry is then going to authorize the release of those funds, and we normally do it in tranches. Okay, so as an example, if you have $30,000, that were paid in liquor license fees, we would probably authorize maybe a $10,000 in the first instance. And once you have all your reports in place, then we release that. You again provide additional report, we release the second set of funds. So all the funds are paid back into the community, 100% of it. The same model or the same process is going to be used for trade license.
That means the village councils will have to formalize the way they handle money.
Absolutely.
They have to set up Wali bookkeeping department or somebody, because I think in some cases some of these village councils don't have that at all.
Yes, and most of the ones who don't have it, it's because they don't really generate revenues, right? But the ones that do, they already have them, and that's what we go and check to make sure.
Yeah, to make sure.
The additional step we have taken with the trade license is that we have digitized everything. So the application for the fees that you pay, the application and the fee that you pay for your trade license is paid online. Or you can still go to the Treasury, but now you can pay online. And the online payment makes it very easy to track all the funds. It makes it easier to reconcile how much money is due to X village and how much money is due to Y village. Right now with the liquor licenses, we have to do it manually because that's the system that is in place. But we upgraded our system for trade license that we don't have to do that manually anymore. We just hit print a report and it will generate the report for us. So it makes it easier to reconcile and make it easier to disperse the money back to the village. So yes, but you're right. And the other thing we're doing too, because there are some villages that are pretty large and are going to generate, when you combine trade license with liquor license, we'll have significant sums of money,
Right.
at least to handle.
So-
Then we are formalizing a system for them, which is also digital. And then everything has to be reported on that, and everything has to be approved and that sort of thing. So that is also being put in place so that there's proper accountability, and additional regulations will be put in place to make sure that the use of the funds are transparent.
Please break down for us what the responsibilities of the village council will be under this system. What are they expected to do when it comes to assessing these businesses, encouraging them or making them register and receiving their license? What are they?
So the first thing is that the councils can help to sensitize the businesses in their community, and which is what we're doing together with them right now. We've had dozens of community meetings across the country with village councils and our officers, publicizing this thing, explaining what it is, so that business owners will know if they indeed need to apply or they just need to register, or the law doesn't apply to them because of the size of the business. No? So a lot of that is going on in the background as we speak. And then you were asking that what are their responsibilities? Well, the application is done on an online system. So the business owner can independently put in all their application. It is approved online. You can pay online, and you will also get your certificate online. So you can all really have your certificate with a QR code on your phone, print it out, and you can stick it wherever. So it's very simple. For people who don't have access to computer and internet, they can come to any of our office. We have already set up clerks in our offices that will help you through the process.
So a store opens up in Carmelita Village.
Correct.
What is the village council supposed to do to ensure that that person gets registered? Are they supposed to help carry out enforcement, do assessments, report back to the ministry?
Yes, absolutely. So the council can approach the business and say, hey, we know you're open. You may need to play a trade license. You will be assessed. We will go out there with our officers and the village council. We will do the assessment to see if they qualify with their space. And if they do, then we'll explain the charges that they have to pay. And if they don't, well, we just tell them, you're not eligible to pay.
How will they be assessed, by square footage?
Yes. So in the rural areas, we have like 5 tiers. Starting at 600 square feet to, I think, 800 the first tier, and then on up to, I think, 3,000 square feet. And then we stop. I think the lowest amount is like $150, and the biggest amount is $2,000. So you're not going to pay anything more than $2,000, no matter the size of your business.
I'm thinking of Ladyville.
Yeah.
I'd say a supermarket there that as big as anyone in Belize City.
Yes.
It's probably the biggest in the country.
Yes, it's a very huge supermarket. But that
$2,000
supermarket in Belize City would pay a lot more.
Yes.
But again, one of the things we do need to point out is that we work with the Belize Chamber of Commerce to come up with these features in the law. And they did point out to us that trade licensing is a regulatory exercise. It should not be a taxation exercise. So you are paying for a permit to operate, not a tax. And so they ask us to cap the fees that are paid, so that it doesn't become another burdensome for the businesses. And so we work with the chamber with that, and that's why we designed it that way.
Okay.
And those are very large businesses, like a factory in a rural area will pay no more than $2,000.
Are there alternative plans for villages where there might be limited access to internet? Is there any?
Yes.
Or are you going to more focus on the larger villages when it comes to enforcement?
If the village doesn't have internet, chances are it doesn't have a business that qualifies, unfortunately, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough. True.
I mean, and this will probably mostly be in the Toledo district. But there are some villages in the north that are small and probably will not have the size of business that will qualify for a trade license. The businesses that don't qualify, like the minister said, you can still apply for a registration certificate, just so that you are legitimized in the eyes of the law and you can meet bank requirements.
Well, I think you have to pay a fee anyway, just like the small taco stand here.
Yeah.
is a fee to the city council.
Yeah, that's a peddler's
So,
fee.
yeah,
They pay a peddler's
something like
fee.
that.
But in this case, it's just for you to get the official formal certification that you do indeed exist as a business, because this is very important. We learned about this when a lot of small businesses were doing these online sales, and they would go to the bank to try to deposit their proceeds, and the bank would say, where you get that money from? And they say, I have a business. And the bank now wants to say that you have a Facebook page. That is not enough. So you need to be registered. So we said, all right, we're not going to license them and charge them a fee. We just will give them a certificate so you can say you are legitimate legally, because it's in the law, and it's only $10. So that's all. And it's really to help them. And the reason also why we are not, we put the floor at 600 square feet is, if you have a small business, like a salon in a village, it's, you have 2 chairs maybe.
Yes.
We don't want you to begin to pay anything yet. Grow that thing, double it, triple it in size. Then yes, then you can pay. But if you're small, we want to encourage you to grow. We not discourage you to grow. So you don't have to pay any trade license. And that's a very important thing, because there's a lot of mischief out there. People say, oh, everybody. That is not the case. Not everybody will pay. And we are trying to make sure that, one, that the ones who are trying, and the micro enterprises, they don't need to worry about this. They should register, because that will give us an idea of all the businesses and the types of businesses that exist in rural areas. At the moment, we have no idea. They're all just there. How can we then provide adequate and appropriate support to those small businesses that need to grow if we don't know who they are or what they're doing? But this database that we will create as a result of this licensing system will allow us to say, to establish zones of areas. So there's a set of businesses in the Belize district that are focused on tourism. They have 2 employees, they're not that big. Then we can package a proper capacity building training for them, or any kind of support for them. We have already spoken to Beltrade. We told them, we know you will need to come in to help us to grow these businesses. So it's not really just about getting the money from the fees. It's about fomenting, in Spanish they say fomentar. It's to stimulate these things so we can push for the growth of the rural economy, which is ultimately what it is that we want.
Go ahead.
In speaking with the chairpersons and the leaders of these villages, are there any frequently asked questions that keep coming up, concerns or misconceptions that you've had to address? And if so, you can address it right now.
Well, I mean, it's pretty much the 2 things that you said, like is everybody going to be charged? I mean, if I have a little fruit stall, am I going to be charged? And the answer to that is absolutely not.
Okay.
No. And then the other one is, will the money come back to my village? Like in Independence, the village council there has a very good working relationship with the business community. The business community, as it is currently, contribute a lot to the work of the village council, so they're very involved. And so the question is, I don't mind pay, right? But will my village get back that money? That's a frequently asked question. And the answer to that is absolutely yes, 100%. So long as the village council properly account and report on the funds it is receiving. If it doesn't, we hold the funds. We hold the funds until you can show to us that you're being accountable.
I want to go with this. This will also change the way a village council will operate.
Yes.
Because first thing, our village councillors paid? Do they get a salary?
No.
Currently,
no.
Currently, just the chairman gets a stipend.
Right.
Yes.
So they act very informally.
Pretty much.
Because, I mean, they're like volunteers.
Yes.
But now you're forming a business.
Yes.
That has to also be looked at, because you say they will get the money back.
Absolutely.
Now, how do you know they will put the money back into the community?
Well, we know because when we check, we have officers that we're bringing additional officers
So
on
that will
board.
put more responsibility on them now.
Oh yes.
So maybe they will need to get some compensation.
Absolutely. Those are things that we have to look at.
So because now it's you're serious. This is a
You're
lot.
managers of your,
Yes.
and stewards
Yeah.
of your community.
There's
now.
let's just assume a village collects $50,000. You have to account for $50,000. You know, if you combine the trade license and the liquor fees, you know, some villages, some large villages and very economically active villages will be entitled to substantial amounts of money.
Yes.
And so yes, it gives them a huge responsibility. So what we are doing is to work with them to build their capacity to manage those funds. We're putting new systems in place to be able to manage those funds, like digitized accounting. So the receipts don't get
That
lost.
need a certain expertise.
Yes,
You know,
yes.
so there has to be a
And then
cost
now-
for administration.
Yes,
And that
yes,
has to be looked
yes,
at.
Yes, exactly. So they are able to hire professional staff, like a bookkeeper, to make sure that their books are in order. You know, the treasurer doesn't have to do it anymore because they'll be able to afford it. You know, so yes, so we are trying to upgrade the way our local governments work. And of course, the whole point of having village councils is for them to be able to respond immediately to the needs of their community without having to wait for the central government to do it. There are things that communities and the councils and people are doing it, but they are stretched in because they don't have the resource. Additional resources will allow them to respond more quickly to the needs of their community if something needs to be done. There's a local council, they're elected by their people, they have funds to work with, they get the job done. That's what democracy is about. That's what decentralization in a democracy is about. That's what local government is about. So there's a long way to go, but this is another step in that process.
When does this take effect?
Good question. So we are going to, the minister will sign the order September 1st for the law, to the commencement order as we call it, on September 1st. And then we will have that period between September to December for us to complete all the setup, because what we'll have is, we have, for instance, to set up all the trade licensing boards. And trade licensing boards are made up of people from the community, specified. So we have to set them up, train them as well. The actual law takes effect until January 1st, 2027.
2027.
So you form a trade licensing board in each village?
No.
No.
Oh.
In each district.
Regional.
In each district?
Yeah, each
Oh,
district.
okay.
Yeah, regional.
Okay.
And the very interesting feature to this law is that right now, as it is, if your license is denied, you have nowhere to appeal.
I never thought your license could be denied.
Yeah, but it's a regulatory feature.
Okay,
You
what would be some reasons that you would be denied?
Well, if, for instance, you are setting up a very hazardous
Okay.
facility next to residences, then we will say, no, this can't work. You see,
So like
you see
zoning, so to maybe.
So this is also part of the benefit of having this law, is that the councils or the villages themselves, the communities themselves, will have a greater say in how their community develop. Because right now, you could pretty much do anything. You could set up a car garage just about anywhere. You could be a nuisance to your neighbors, and you have nothing to do.
We got a call here from a village lady who had spraying of vehicles across the road from
There
her.
you go. So the council can say, no, you have a good business, you have a good business idea, we're not opposed to that, but we want you to locate this business over here, not here. No, if you don't comply with us, then we will not give you the license. That helps to manage the quality of life in your community. At this time, none of that exists.
If a micro business in a rural area wants to register now, what would they need in order to be able to do that? Let's say they won't qualify for the license, but they want to be registered.
Right. So you go on the online system, which we call the Tralma. It's an online system, and first you create an account. So everybody who goes on there creates an account. You put your email, your phone number, where you live, and then it creates an account for you. And then you put all the application requirements are listed there. What's the trade of your business, and what's the size of your business, and what's the nature of your business, and all of that, and some identification if you are registered. Because you could put your company registry certificate in there and that sort of thing.
Does this require you to have formalized banking?
At the moment, well, for those that are going to be licensed, chances are they may already have formalized banking. This is to help people become formalized with their banking. Yeah, and then once you're there and you say, my business is you can actually measure your own business. You can go and say, my business is this size, and you click that and it will give you the charge, and you click pay and you're done. And then you wait. When the board meets, they also meet electronically. They will approve it, and then automatically the system will send you an email telling you that your license has been approved, and click this link and your license certificate appears. And then you can just print it and put it up.
Yeah, it's one of those things that had to happen anyway. At some point in time,
Yeah.
we had to formalize this.
Yeah.
We have a couple of minutes left. Minister, anything you want to?
Yes, I just
to
wanted
say
to
here?
add in addition to what you said. I think it's very important that we appreciate that there are certain key features of the trade license, that it is built on. One, it is built on predictability. So, the business owners should have an idea of, what to expect, the application process, how long it's going to take, what is it that they are required to, as he said, to submit. Then the whole process of accountability. It's very important, an accountable process that we will be able to track the entire process and ensure that the funds are managed properly, that they go back into the communities, that they are used for the purpose that it is intended for, and finally, the whole issue of transparency. So these are very key features that are built into the system to be able to strengthen the system. I just wanted to add that this process of application all the way to where the business owners receive their license is a process that will allow for the business owners to be able to have, input, and if they have, concerns, that they can bring their concerns to the trade license board. As was said earlier, let us say their license is not approved. They can appeal the process. Currently, as it is, there is no appeal process.
No.
So there's going to be, board set up in every district. In the case of the Cayo district, because of the size of the district, we're going to have 3 boards set up. In addition to that, I just want to say that the process of assessment is something that is going to be carried out over a 3-year period. So initially, when the businesses are assessed, they do not expect to have an assessment until the end of 3 years. That is very important, because during that time, we envision that we should give the businesses the opportunity to be able to grow, to develop, to be able to do what they need to do before an assessment is carried out. So it's not like they are going to be assessed on a yearly basis, and every year they are going to be having challenges with this process.
As is the case now. Yeah.
As is the case now.
Okay.
Gentlemen, quick question, property tax. Are you looking at that? Kind of villages only pay like $10 property tax, and it's one
Land
of those
tax.
things that has come up.
Right.
Land tax.
Right. Property tax for villages? No, not at the time. Not
Okay.
at this time. But for larger villages, like Kikok, for instance, they do pay property taxes.
Yeah.
It's an old arrangement that has been in place. But there are villages asking for it now. The bigger ones are saying, you know what, let's start to.
Because that's another boost in their finances.
Absolutely, absolutely. I think that just as there are some very key features, if I can quickly mention them. As the Minister said, right now you're assessed annually. This law is changing it to every 3 years. So So if you make any adjustments or improvements to your business, nothing changes. You pay the same fee for 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
That's one. 2, there's also what we have an automatic schedule. So if you're a business of a certain type that is benign in its effects, like you don't really need to you get an automatic license. It doesn't have even to go to the board.
Okay.
So there's a list of businesses
That already will get a license.
Yes. So this is for what we call ease of doing business. Why should you wait 2 weeks because
Yeah.
all businesses have to go through that? No, you don't, or a month. If your business fits within
Yeah.
the schedule list,
You walk
you walk
past
out. You walk out with your certificate. That I think is very important. And then we also change how the assessment is done, which is now they assess the entire business. Your parking lot, your bathroom, your waiting room, everything is assessed. Now what we're saying is only the productive space, only where the actual business transaction take place is going to be assessed. The rest is what we call amenities. That is for your customers. That is not going to be assessed.
Not
So,
productive.
and then the last thing is, there are some businesses that may be underpaying now. But if they're assessed and their bill goes way up, it is capped. The increase cannot be more than 10% than what they're currently paying. And if it decreases, it also cannot decrease more than 10%. So there's a floor and a ceiling. And again, all of these things were discussed with the chamber. It's not this had gone through an extensive process for us to come up with these things. These are not things that we just imagine overnight. And so, because one, we don't want to hurt the business by ballooning their trade license,
Obviously.
and we don't want to hurt the council's revenue by depriving them of that. So we had to find a
Compromise.
friendly middle ground and say you can't go higher than 10% and you can't go lower than 10%. And so those are the kinds of things that we have been doing. But thank you very much for having us. We continue to do what we can to improve the ease of doing business, promote economic development, promote development of our communities, reduce poverty, and continue the work of Plan Belize and trying to make sure that we better the country.
Gentlemen, Minister, thank you, sir.
Thank you very much for the opportunity.
And see you.
Thank you.
Thank you for
Thank you.
answering all my questions.
Thank
As
you.
somebody with rural roots, my interest is genuine. So thank you so much.
I appreciate that.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Belize, we gotta go. It's 3 minutes past 9 o'clock, so we're gonna say thank you to our staff behind the scenes. William Usher on camera and control. Richard Herbert is our floor producer for today. In Love FM Studios, we have Miss Karen. She'll be with you guys up until midday, I do believe. So do keep it locked to Love for the latest in information, entertainment, and all that good stuff. Oh, I'm sorry, my friend is all right. So I'm gonna close off with Ernesto's famous words. Be kind to somebody today. Belize and beyond. Thanks for choosing love.
Good morning, Belize, and good morning. I say good morning.